souls. Thank you for tuning in to Heaven on Earth with Nix and myself. I'm Rose. Hope everyone's doing well. Hello, Nix. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. So I believe we'll be taking a caller, but prior to that, I just wanted to give a quick update before we go into something. We were talking last week about a beautiful dog that was looking for a forever home
Yes.
that is coming in from the Middle East, Lebanon. So I would like to give a special thanks. I'm going to leave one of the parties out at this moment that is taking in the dog until I get full permission, because it's been a real blessing that they are actually accepting the dog at one of the biggest sanctuaries here in Ontario. So thank you very much to that. And I'd also like to give a beautiful shout out and a thank you to, I would say it is RDLC family, which is the Rescue Dogs Lebanon, Canada. Honestly, I have to say with much gratitude, much blessings from my heart, thank you very much for the beautiful journey in not only just this one specific beautiful dog that I feel like I'm a surrogate mother to, but at the same time, I also want to say thank you to all the beautiful animals that are coming in before the border closes on September 28th. So thank you to our DLC family and also to the beautiful Loving Sanctuary, which I will announce next week, the Loving Sanctuary that is going to be taking in our beautiful fur baby, Zorro. Thank you.
Wonderful. Well, it's good to hear that he's coming in safe and sound.
Yes, as a matter of fact, he is. They are boarding him and he's all ready to travel. And what people don't know about him is a beautiful story behind him besides the traumatizing things that he has gone through. He is disabled, which makes him extremely, extremely, really, really special. I must say that. So he is disabled, and he's been sitting in the sanctuary overseas for about 3 years now with no adoption. So I can't thank the sanctuary enough to accept him with much love, open arms, and taking on such a beautiful, precious baby. So thank you once again to all the parties involved and all the people behind the scenes. Thank you. And I do believe we have a caller, Tammy. Hello, Tammy.
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Tammy. How are you?
Not so good.
Please share.
Okay, well, there was this guy that I had met August 10th, and everything was going great. And then he just turned around and said he loved me within 3 weeks. And then he told me how he had feelings for me. And then when I started trying to match his energy, he started acting weird. You know, like I didn't really hear from him as much. He started like trying to create more like problems, arguing with me, saying he didn't want to argue, but it always turned out to be an argument. And then like right after the Mercury retrograde hit, like within the first day, he turns around and stops talking to me, stops contacting me and everything. So I just want to know, I keep hearing that he's coming back, that he's finally trying to find himself. He's trying to do what he needs to do for himself, in order to be the man I want him to be. But I just want to know, like, is that what's going to happen? Like, how is this all going to pan out between me and him? Because I had just got selected for housing up where he's located, and I did it months ago before I had met him. But I manifested this person probably about a couple of months before, and then I turned around and he just popped up, right after I had gotten my divorce, So
Right,
I just want to know, what.
Can I just interject here just for a moment here, Tammy? So you were not very long with this fellow. Am I correct in saying that?
I had known him from a past life.
Okay, but we're talking about a human life right now. So I'm just trying to, because the energies are completely different. So where I see your strengths are not his, and the energy between the two of you are not matching. And what happens in this particular case, I mean, even if you want to look at the Mercury retrograde, there has to be a balance in the energies, and you're very strong, and he's not used to that. So you scare him.
Yeah, I know. I told him that. I told him I was going to be intimidating and not mean to be. because I'm very independent and I'm more of a extrovert. I'm not an introvert like him.
Right.
So whatever's on my mind, I say it, I speak it, you know?
Right, right. And there's nothing wrong with that, but there has to be some softness there. And I think this stems from your previous life experiences where you've actually had to fend for yourself quite often. And so now you've built a wall around you that a wall of protection. So yes, it's good to be forthright, but there's also a way to deliver. And sometimes when someone, let's just use in your particular case, this fellow is not where he needs to be in his spiritual growth, and then and I think also too, you're also going through a growth process here, Tammy. So you're both learning more about yourselves every day, where I think that you can't mold him to be where you need him to be. I don't think that's being fair with the relationship. I think that your strength is his fear. So, and I'm seeing here you've only known him a short period of time. Am I correct?
Like a month, yeah, a little over a month.
Okay. So this is really, really, this is such a baby stage between the both of you. And I think to want something in a relationship, you have to be complete on both sides. And I just don't see the completion there. I think he's trying to find himself, and he's not quite where he needs to be in his life's entirety. Without being too forthright, and I think that also in your position in your life, that you're growing into a different avenue, and that's what's causing that strength, that burst of strength within you. So sometimes what will happen in this case with him or someone in his position, forgive me, is that he's not quite ready for someone like you, and I think that you're in the position where I don't see the match here. I really don't feel the energy. Is this a younger fellow?
He is younger than me, like 7 years younger than me.
Okay, because I see the younger in him, but I also see that he comes with a bag of wishes, so to speak. It's all talk and no pull.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's very frustrating for you because you've already been there and you don't want to go back there again. So we really have to take strong care that we're not looking to be his guardian. And I don't think that's fair on you to take that responsibility on. You're not going to change the way he is at this moment because he's not quite ready to be where you need him to be. And I think for yourself, you're robbing yourself of a true love that is right around the corner from you.
I do feel like there's someone right around the corner for me. I do. But the thing it is, I just feel like, I don't know, when I manifested this person, I thought that, I should give this at least a chance. And then, he told me he has feelings for me and all this other stuff. And, within that short amount of time, and then this happens. I mean, I can't help how strong I am. I mean, that can be intimidating to some guys. I can understand that, but I don't know. I don't really know what he wanted from me. So when I started matching his energy and telling him how I felt and what I wanted at first was just casual, but then he didn't give me casual. He gave me more like seeing me, calling me, acting like we're dating, and we weren't.
Right.
So he was confusing me the whole time.
Well, I think, Tammy, that's the difference between a completion in one person than what I consider it's puppy love. Someone who wants to go in there really quickly and not move slowly really doesn't know his position. Because if he really knew who he was and you were the person he wanted, then there would be no reason for rush because you just know the trust is there, the feeling is there, and it's internal. You don't have to speak a word. But in this particular case, you're having to speak for him. if that makes any sense. And I don't think that you should put yourself in that position because you're going to hurt in the long run. Around the corner,
Exactly.
I see you happier with someone else. I don't
Yeah, I
see
do
this
too.
fit for you, Tammy.
Do you happen to see at least reconciliation, or like so we could
I
see each
don't
other
see
talk and just?
You know what? You're going to end up talking to him again, but you're going to start seeing a lot of true colors, and I don't think you're going to like them. I think you're
I
going to see a
understand.
lot of. I think you're going to see a lot of sweetness in the tongue, and you know, and no position to back it up.
Well,
I
see,
think you're. Go
I've
ahead.
seen something happen here. I mean, can I speak? I'm sorry.
Sure, please
Okay.
go ahead, Tammy.
So basically, what brought this on is he was on the phone. He was doing something on his phone, and I was like right on him, like I was hugging him, right, and then I got off of him and just laid next to him, right, and then he starts this woman calls out of nowhere, and I act like I don't see it, and he tries to tilt his phone so he doesn't want me to see what was being said, or
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I think, yeah, maybe if Constance wants to reach out to her, and I'll reach out to Constance if she wants to continue on,
Yes,
and she can contact you.
absolutely. That would be fantastic.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.